There we go. All right, we'll wait and see who hops on. Sarah, how's it going? Video. Oh, you're driving. Oh, let me turn up my volume here. Sorry. I got my stuff muted. Okay, can you hear me okay? I can't hear you for some reason. Let me see. It might be my AirPods. Test, test, test. Audio. Brett's AirPods. Brett's AirPods.
Recording in progress. Is that better?
Okay. Yep, I can hear you now.
Yay.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we'll see if anyone else hops on here. This has been a wild week while I've been out of town, but I've had some like huge breakthroughs this week, so I'm super excited. So, and it's just like crazy how like easily dumb some of this stuff is. I'm like, oh, why does it take me 20 years to figure this out? But I did, so it's working like a charm, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna keep riding this wave and see how long it goes. So, but we'll see if anyone else hops on here at spring break. So I figured I'm like, man, we might not get anyone on here, but I'm gonna record it and hopefully
Yeah.
give some people some good information. So, where are you headed off to today?
I'm actually driving to St. George.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're starting your spring break just a little bit later, going on the second weekend, which hopefully it's not as
Yeah.
busy. So,
Yeah, I've just got this brand new listing, so I've just been kind of
yeah.
working on it, and I don't know, I tend to go a little more um quality than quantity. That's but I'm also new in the industry, so I kind
Yeah.
of put so much into my clients because it's the only listing I have. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great.
But I'm learning a lot.
Ryan.
I'm learning
Oh,
a lot from you.
good. Good. Awesome. Well, we'll have a good call today. Ryan, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey man, good to see your face. Wasn't sure if you were
Yeah.
doing this since you're on vacation, so good to
I
see you.
know. Well, I wasn't sure either, but I've had like so many big breakthroughs this week. I'm like, man, I have to share this information with you guys. And like just like the few videos that I've made while being here, like taking me literally like 5 minutes to make. I've already got four new listings while just being here, just by sending out this just by putting these videos out. So it's like it's been crazy. So
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So we'll let's see here. It is noon technically. Oh, Josh is hopping on. Josh, how are you doing, man? We'll see if he unmutes. Oh, there he is.
Doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, good, good. Are you doing anything fun for spring break or are you sticking around?
We're sticking around, just working through
Yeah.
it.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool. Well, we got four people here, so I'm just gonna get going. Um, And I know Sarah's driving, so we'll let her hop on and off as needed. So I'm just going to go over some of my wins, and I guess really my big one is I've just like been reading these books and just had this like epiphany this week is like holy shit, like why haven't I been doing this? So you've probably seen some of the videos that I've been making, just like giving people tips. I've already got four new listings this week just from those, like while I'm out of town, just from people. And these are like warm leads. So I consider warm leads like people have done business with me in the past, people that I know. Already got four new listings that I'm going home to that I got to like bang out on Saturday and Sunday, just from making these helpful tip videos and not asking for anything back. And so I'm just like, but I've been, and some of you guys might have read this. Let me pull up my ebooks here. If you guys haven't, this is one you for sure want to like. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You want to do this. This is, gosh, where's my freaking book thing? Okay, here we go. I'm terrible with this shit. Alex Hermosi, $100 million lead magnet. Like, if you guys haven't read that, like, I'm only a third the way through it, and I'm just like, I just gotta stop. I'm getting way too much information. I'm just gonna start implementing this first part, and that's literally like my videos that I've been doing the past couple days. And it's crazy because this whole purpose of this lead magnet is like you're gonna give away information so good. Like you don't even have to ask for people to send you business. You don't even have to ask for people to share it. Like they just do. And like it's crazy because the amount of views on some of these videos are only like 200-300 views, which isn't a lot, but the amount of shares that I'm getting and the and just the quality of feedback that I'm getting from people is just like blows me away. It's way more than any of my other videos. And like I've had some videos that have gone close to 100,000 views and like haven't got the same response, which really the whole point of these videos is really you want to end up getting listings or leads or whatever. This just doing these stupid little things, like I'm like, I don't know, an hour into this book and already like have so many nuggets that I've just been going with. So that's I guess that's been my big win. That I went on for 10 minutes about that, but we'll dive into it a little bit more. But Sarah, it looks like you got some decent cell phone service. Sounds like you got a new listing, but any wins you want to go over or
Yes. So I think last week I told you about this client appreciation
yeah.
event that I did where I rented out a movie theater and
Uh-huh.
I ended up the very next day getting one of my friends, she's actually a daughter of my really good friend. Her and her husband and their little tiny kids came. The very next day, she texted me and said, "Hey, we're thinking about selling." And they've only been in their home 2 years. So they trust me. I've known this girl since she was like 2 years old. She used to be
Yeah.
really good with my daughter. Anyway, the win, I don't want to get off on all these little tangents, is that I got a listing out of this. And that's kind of
Yeah.
a big deal because I'm, not quite at your level. I'm still a rookie in real estate and I'm trying really hard to do everything that you're telling us to do, and it's actually working. And so
Yeah.
I was really excited about that. I got a listing. It's a good one. And we go live next Wednesday. So in 6 days.
That's awesome. Good. And
Yeah.
that's good that you're pushing it off because I do have other listings too that are wanting to go like live this week. I'm like, don't do it. Like everyone's out of town for spring break. You're going to get lost and everyone's going to forget about you. And so don't do it until next week. So that's awesome. Maybe have it go live Wednesday, then do an open house Saturday or whatever works for them. But that's awesome. Great. Awesome. Well, Ryan, I'll head to you. You got any wins this week for us?
My one listing is moving along. After like falling through twice, this one is actually going to closing. So really excited
Nice.
about that. Right now, my seller just needs to make a few repairs, and then we have an FHA appraisal inspection coming after that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's good. And then his other flip that he's about to finish up this week should be ready to list by Monday, getting pictures done this weekend. So
Nice.
moving along
Awesome.
there.
You're
And then,
getting
yeah,
busy
just
then.
like,
That's good.
yeah, staying busy, but also like getting back in the swing of things, man. I've been taking it
Yeah.
easy since our vacation, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just like small wins. Just like today, I went for a walk after lunch and just connected with nature a little bit and had a little
Yeah.
slump buster during midday lunch. So yeah, just get back in the normal swing of things has been good too.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. Well, what about you, Josh?
So I mean, that was cool out there because I actually rented out a movie theater that is this Tuesday that we're doing client appreciation. So that's cool to hear from her. And then my wins are I have 5 under contract to fund in April, all purchases. So 5
Nice.
locked and loaded. So hopefully we'll get those. Obviously, I'm on the other side of it. I'm lending side. It's a little bit different than
Yeah.
you guys do. But following Brett's stuff too is just so many people a day I'm talking to, getting out and about, Zooms, face to faces, Zooms, just mixing it up and trying to
Yeah.
attack a different way.
Awesome. Well, good, good. Well, I'll dive into this and kind of what I've been doing. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen my videos, but I'll yeah, I'll dive in. And I scatterbrain because I'm on vacation, but I'm just gonna go through this stuff. And so the big thing that I realized from reading this book is like just give valuable information and people will start seeking you out. And so that's what I've been doing is just all these tips of like how to save 20 grand when you're doing new construction, how to save 20 grand when selling your home. Like the amount of people that have been reaching out, even though the video hasn't been going viral by any means, the amount of organic, like authentic reach, and I call it like warm leads, is just been pouring in, which is great because that's really what you want. Because you do like if you do shit like on Zillow, it's like you'll get 100 leads and one of them might be good. literally 4 out of these 5 people that have reached out to me, I'm listing their home next week. And so it's like just been really, really good, solid leads. And so one thing that just popped in my head right before this meeting, I'm like, yes, this is what I'm going to do, because I always have a hard time. Like, I'll have a good idea and reach out to everyone in my SOI, like how I say, reach out to 10 people in your SOI every day as part of our thing. I'm like, man, what can I do? Because I'm kind of running out of shit. Like gave him my new Smart Seller program, ran that course, ran through like 1,800 people. So I'm like, I got to come up with something new. And so one helpful tip, especially being in Utah, and Ryan, this might help you, where you're at, Michigan there too. I don't know what sprinkler systems are like there, but I always see like 1 or 2 people when the city comes out and turns on your pressurized irrigation. Some people like will leave their sprinkler valves open all winter, and half the time it'll just start flowing into their thing and flood their freaking house. And they don't know it's happening for 3 or 4 days, and then it'll just like ruin their house. And I think the insurance is not going to cover it if it comes from your sprinkler system. And so it's like, that's one huge tip you could put on your social media. I would just make a short video about it, and then you can send that video to people as well. And I've just been doing them, like I edit all my videos on TikTok and then put them on the different platforms. But that's a huge, like, helpful tip you can give people that are free, that they will share and really appreciate and give value. And then you can also just text them a reminder about that. Have that text be to your 10 people every day, or however many you want to do. Cause like most of our sprinkler systems come on April 15th in Utah County anyways. And so like, that's where the city turns them on, is usually around April 15th. So we're getting close to that. So giving people just that little reminder will put you back in front of them, but then you're giving them a helpful tip and you're not asking for anything, which has been like, it's kind of weird to think about, but just having that mentality on like these videos, like I'm not asking for anything, I'm just giving you guys advice. The amount of people that come pouring in is just unreal. So it's been awesome. So that's like one thing I feel like just a helpful tip, just a reminder, everyone, go check your sprinkler valves, make sure they're all closed, because the pressurized irrigation is going to be coming on soon. You don't want your basement flooded. So, I'm going to try to,
can we
go ahead.
Can we borrow your content and just,
you can steal it and share it, whatever you want, man. Like I'm all down for that. I tell people, I'm like, if you guys like what I do, like copy it word for word and make it yourself. Like I guess, Ryan, like a big part, and like I know you might be kind of camera shy, is like getting your face and stuff. Like I get 5 times 10x the reaction if my face is actually in it versus just doing stuff. And it's really more for your warm leads of people that know you, because they'll just see you and be like, oh yeah, there's Ryan, and it just like reconnects you with them, even though you're not really saying anything directly to them. So, I'd give people that one tip, and like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to shoot that video and post it later today. And that's going to be like my tip, but literally post something every single day if you can, of these free tips. And it's just like, I'm sure I'm going to run out of stuff by next week, but I'm just going to like keep going until I run out of ideas. Because it's like, it's been a game changer for me. And then the other part of this is, and I'm still working on this part, like, I have a ClickFunnels thing set up for automating leads. And this is going to be more for cold leads, because a lot of these videos are like my warm leads. People will reach out to me thanking me for the tips. They're not really going viral by any means, but you can do paid leads. But with that, you want to like be able to collect the people's information and get good cold leads. And so my thought, what I'm going to build out this week, and I've done this for several other things, but I've never really done it like this, is I'm going to have one of these videos that's like, here's 3 ways to save $20,000 when selling your home. And then have that be my video and be like, hey, if you want more information of how to save money, here's my free case study that shows, and you could do a webinar, you could do a case study, but I'm going to try to do a case study because I have some really good deals where I've saved people tons of money in fees, and just be like, here's a 5-minute video case study showing how I've saved different clients money in different ways. So you can take this and apply it, even if you're not selling your house with me, you can apply it to any real estate transaction you do, just to try to help you maximize the amount of money you save. And what it'll do is it'll go from that video, and I can do paid ads on that video. So it pushes that video everywhere in front of people. And then my hope is people will click on it that are hyper local to Utah, because I'm going to label it like Utah. They'll go to my ClickFunnels page, just get a little bit more information. So they sign up, and all they have to do is provide their email, and then they get a link to the video and they can see the rest of the video. And I guess the whole thought of that is Now I have a good email because if they want the video, they have to provide their email. And then I can start sending them stuff like my smart seller program, put them on a drip campaign and just start building my SOI out even more. Even though they're cold leads, they've really given me permission to reach out to them because they wanted this free information. So, and I'm still not all the way through that $100 lead mag or $100 million lead magnet book, but his big thing is just like don't have any gotchas, don't have like just give them good information and they will come asking. And I've literally been doing it for like 2 days and just seen like the amount of people pouring in. And I'm sure it's the time of the year. Some of these people might have reached out to me anyways. But just like the positive response I've got from doing these videos is like 1,000,000% better than most of the other videos that I do. So, let's see here. So webinar case study. So yeah, my case study, I'm just going to go through that. Sorry, I'm going through my notes here to make sure I didn't miss anything. Video, 2 most valuable tips, click funnel page. And I think the other thing, I don't know if you guys follow like Gary Vee on social media. I love his stuff too. He says the F word a lot, which I came to appreciate, like just how genuine that dude is. Like he doesn't care. He is just the most genuine person on the planet. But I've just really grown to like, I mean, that's their whole give is just like give value out and the universe will provide and it will come back for you. And so I guess that's kind of my challenge for you guys this week is just give value, make videos just giving value. And like, even if you steal other videos and just repost them or whatever, that's totally fine. If you want to repost my videos, go for it 100%. You guys can use, copy anything I ever do. But just give value out to people and just watch it come pouring back in because it's been insane. Just the last couple of days, I've just like had this light bulb pop on it. Something so easy to do, but we don't think to do it. So yeah, but do you guys have any questions? Anything I can help you guys with this week? Sorry, this call's a little shorter than normal, but that's like I feel like I got such a huge nugget with this. Like just give people free value and they will come seek you out is like been a game changer for me.
I've been following Hormozy for quite a while now. I need to pick up his books, but he has just so much good free content. And like he always is talking about just give out as much free content as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
come to you. Like you still have
And
a
it's
paid-
funny because
paid
I just
service
started
product.
I just started following him like a week ago. Like he kept
Okay.
popping up on my reels and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna follow him and see what he has. And like his whole goal with his business essentially is like, hey, I want to get your business to a $2-3 million business. That's why I'm giving you all this free content. Then
Yeah.
once you realize, man, what he's telling me works, then he wants to come partner in your business and help you go to, 10 million, 50 million, 100 million. And that concept like makes sense. Like, just give people free nuggets and once they realize you're valuable, they'll come use you. So, and
Yeah,
they'll
for
start
sure.
asking you, how can I pay for your stuff? So, yeah.
Yeah. I know he's like creating a book series, $100 million leads, acquisitions, etc. So
Yeah.
he's either on book 2 or 3. I need to pick him up.
Yeah, so I think his first one was $100 million. It was something else, but the leads one is the one I'm reading right now, and it is like freaking fire. So, and yeah, I feel like it applies so much to real estate, mortgages, just everything in this real estate industry. So yeah, it's been awesome. But
Yeah, for
Sarah,
sure.
what about you? Anything we can help you out with?
Every time I get on these calls, I'm just grateful because you have so many good nuggets. And I actually saw your video yesterday where you talked about, homeowners saving, and you're like, sorry, realtors, you're not going to like this because you're talking,
Yeah.
about, the person going, oh, sorry about that. Hold on one.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. But anyway, you were talking about how, having that going right to the builder and trying to, figure that out. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm a realtor and I didn't even think of that. And so I love your little gold nuggets. Every time I see your video and every time I'm on this call, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Like just asking or just giving them information and not saying, because I know when I first came in, not too long ago as a realtor, my part of my training was, ask people for something, say I have a favor to ask. And I really struggle with that. And so I
Mm-hmm.
love that you're saying to just give it and no strings attached. Give information. People really don't know a lot about the market. And so if we can just keep putting it out there,
Yeah.
it's very useful.
So, and I'll tell you. So, this one listing that I have going live next week, they they were interviewing their first time selling a house. They were interviewing like 5 or 6 different agents, and they're wanting to build with Richmond. And so I went in and interviewed with them, and they're just like, "Yeah, all these agents are saying like we need to take them to Richmond." I'm like, "Do you guys know what house you want?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why don't you just go to Richmond?" Skip all the agents and just go straight to Richmond, say, I want this house, give me the buyer's agent commission off the house, and then we'll move forward and we can list your house, save you a bunch of money in fees, but then you're saving 15 grand in fees. And they're just like, nobody else ever told us that. They told us they were just trying to pressure us into taking them with them. And they ended up still wanting to use me. So I'm like, I'll just split the commission with you 50-50. You already found the house. Let's get 50% towards your closing costs. I'll keep the other 50%. And so we ended up doing that deal. Then we're listing their house this week. And it just like all because I just offered that free information that nobody else would.
Yeah.
So,
which ended up saving them a lot more money, which is the end goal. Yeah.
Yeah. But then I still get $7,500 for going and sitting with them for 2 hours, filling out a builder contract, and the house is already done. Like there's nothing else we're doing. I'm like, and that's to me where a lot of these agents get lost is they're just like, man, I got to make my 3% on every single transaction. It's just like, well, you can have one transaction you're going to make 3% on, but you're going to spend 200 hours working on that. Or you could just right out of the gate say, you know what, I'm only going to take 1.5% and get it blown out in 4 hours. And then it's like, you're really so much more money ahead. But people just like, they get so consumed with, I got to make every money per transaction. It's like, no, you need to make money versus the time you're putting into it. So, and I do that with some listings too. Cause like I'll have listings that are like, I know they're going to sell in a week and they're going against me, against some other agents. I'm like, I'll do it for 1% because I know I'm going to do pictures. I'm going to do one open house and then I'm going to get my check 3 weeks later. Like this is a no brainer to me just because I know it's going to sell really fast. So yeah. So, okay, awesome. Well, yeah, I appreciate your input, Sarah. Ryan, you got anything for us or Josh?
I just love it. It's giver's game. I just every time I've jumped on one of these calls, it seems like everybody you've got kind of any of these has kind of a similar thought process behind it. Is let's just
Yeah.
help as many people as we can and really add value to whatever we're doing, rather
Yeah.
than just jumping for a commission.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just pays off like tenfold. So yeah.
Yeah, nope, I love it.
Yeah. I guess I'll end with this. So I've been doing this. It'll be 20 years on Tuesday will be my 20-year mark. I got my license on my 19th birthday and I'll be 39 on April 8th. And I remember my very first year I had this transaction and these agents are still in our market. They work at one of the bigger brokerages. And we had this was back when like sprinklers were part of the transaction and shit. And the sprinklers weren't working. And I ended up like the buyer and seller were fighting over it. And I ended up just paying for it out of my commission. As a new agent, it was like $1,500, but $1,500 back then was a big chunk of your commission because homes were like, $100,000. And so I ended up doing that. The lady, she's still in this market. Her and her husband said, Brett, you're never going to make any money in this business if you keep giving away all your commission on every transaction. And that stuck with me and like lit this fire on me. And I bet I've given away $5 million in commissions on different deals over the years. Like I literally count $100,000 every year that I've at least given away on deals just to try to keep them together. But it's just funny to see where that husband wife team is versus where I'm at now in level of production. I'm just like, no, I put my clients first. And that's like my motto, put my clients first and my commission second. You'll never be short of either. And I've just like seen it played out over the last 20 years of like where they're at. And they started out, had a way huger, just a way bigger, advantage than I did starting out and just seeing where both of us are at now. And I'm like, no, like the universe takes care of everyone. So yeah, though I guess those who give back to it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Have you ever read the book The Go-Giver?
No,
It's a really good, like it's kind of written
Write
more
that
of like
down.
a story, but it's
Yeah.
pretty quick read, but it's basically all about that, like being a go-giver, and then like the more that you give out, the more that will come back to you, essentially. It's just a
Yeah.
really good, probably a good book for like your kids to read and stuff too.
Probably a good one for me to read. If it's like third grade level, that's right up my
It
alley.
is, yeah. It's
So
super quick too. I crushed it in a couple days because it's a short book, easy read.
good. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Well, hopefully I'll let you guys go. Sarah, have a safe drive down to St. George, and you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And I'm gonna go sit out here. My kids have all been quiet, so now I got to go take them out to the beach. I don't know if you can see it. That's our beach that we're at. So, and there's like
Amazing.
4 houses along this beach, and it's a private beach, so it's great. Like we've seen one old lady out there with a cute dog, and that's it. So it's
Where are
been
you at? Where did you
Malibu.
go? Oh, nice.
So I've never been to Malibu, but it's nice. Like it's just super quiet and small town, and yeah, yeah. And we're like kind of I think we're on the north end of it somewhere, but I don't know. Yeah, I just like when I rent an Airbnb, I want it right on the beach, so then I don't have to drive anywhere, and we can just literally sit and relax and have zero plans. Like that's my idea of a vacation. We show up somewhere we want to be, and we don't have any plans. We just hang out and do whatever. So.
That's
Awesome.
so
Okay, well, enjoy it.
Okay.
Soak in
All
the
right.
sun.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll
Thank you,
see ya.
Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive safe.
Okay, bye.
Bye.